Welcome to Hoteliers Kenya. This is a channel that tries to inspire fellow hospitality professionals through such interviews with a name to promote professionalism, to create networks, to share ideas, and also to give opportunities to ourselves. And today I have Mr. Kinyili, who is a professional in this industry and who agreed also to share his story, his professional story from where he schooled, and even his career background. I would ask you to kindly listen and make sure you subscribe and click the notification button so that whenever we have such videos, you are able to get notified. So karibu sana Mr. Kinyili, and I'm really grateful for you allowing me to interview you, and maybe just go to directly to the interview. You can just share your story, where you schooled, and how you found yourself in the hospitality industry, and the organization that you have worked in.
Okay.
Karibu sana.
Asante. That's great. Well, I can take you back a little bit. Actually, when I finished my high school, hospitality was not in my mind.
Wow.
So it's a long story. I started with what we used to call community absorption for youth. There was a program which used to absorb youths. I happened to be one. Actually, I started with teaching.
Okay.
Yeah, teaching is something I started with, and I really did very well. I can say that was part of my envisioned dreams. It was during the times of the minisco, and fun enough, I used to compete with odd men.
Wow.
I remember my first assignment, I was given a candidate class. It brought a lot of issues, and I give credit to the headmaster,
Okay.
who was, by then, he believed in me. He saw the potential in me. He talked about young blood, and there I was up, and I was in teaching for around 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, in the primary school. All my classes performed well. I used to have very good mean scores. You can imagine, of 75 plus. That is an A. Being given a candidate class, but well, that is just a bit of where it started from. During that time, I used also to visit my uncle, who used to work in Safari Park Hotel. That is now where the hospitality dream started from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used to visit him here in Nairobi. I remember my first time to use a knife and a fork.
Was at Safari Park?
Safari Park Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got interested. Then the journey started. They started organizing from my college. Enrolled for international examining body, that is Institute of Commercial Management.
Oh, okay.
ICM. Though I did it here in the country,
Okay.
the examination center was in the country, but everything was done from abroad.
Okay.
So I joined college 2000. Yeah, then I did my first certificate level end of 2000. It was 1 year. Yeah,
Okay.
I passed very well.
Okay.
Then I went next now to the diploma level. I also passed well. And I've been learning even up to today.
Okay.
Yeah, I have certifications. I don't want to go much into that, but they are all internationally accredited, examining bodies who are very renowned. I even did some courses with the Liverpool Academy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got certification for business skills, coaching, things like that. So to bring you back now to hospitality, after graduating from college, I did my first training, which is hotel management with Mombasa Beach Hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, that is where I started my career. Mm-hmm. I can say, being new, it was a bit challenging. But and again, I also found that us coming from up country, it was a bit tricky to adopt the culture
At the coast.
yeah, the coast.
Okay.
You know, the coast culture is a bit of it's not even slow, but it's a thrilly culture.
Yeah.
It's very thrilly. Sorry, if you are not able to absorb some of maybe the talks, the kind of language people use, it can really be tricky for you. At some point, I wanted even to run away from my training.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
eventually, I found good managers. Yeah, I found great men who really mentored me. They kept me going. They gave me the opportunity. They made me understand how things work. And I was good to go. Then after finishing, I went to a few other training organizations. Actually, I did one for Voyager.
Okay.
When I was doing for camps. I did with the Ziwani camp, tended camp, just to have a feeling of
a camp
hotels,
setting.
camp set up. My first employment, that is 2014. No, 2004. I'm sorry. Was a safari lodge called Red Elephant Safari Lodge.
Okay.
It is in Savoist. That is now where I started as a waiter.
Okay.
By then we used to do service to African Safari Club.
Okay.
Basically, most of the customers used to come for lunches en route either from Mombasa or from the tended camps.
Okay.
Yeah, to from Mombasa and we have the crocodile camps, Kimana. So I had the real experience.
Yeah.
Yes, the real tourist experience. Yeah, there was no shortcut. We really did our work very well, and we started growing. From there, I got an exposure with. Actually, let me take you now to where my management started from. There is one Englishman called Mr. Eric Davidson. He was managing a lodge which is around Voi town. It's called the Sagala Lodge.
Okay.
And one time a friend of mine told me there are some interviews being conducted in a place called Sagala Lodge. Why don't you try, since you have now the background of hotel management? So I went there. We went several days. The guy, we could sit. We hardly talked anything to do with hospitality. It was only formal.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I used to ask myself, then what is he looking for? I'm expecting him to interview me, ask me, you know.
It's just to do with the hospitality.
Yeah, nothing. It's just social, my life, blah, blah, blah. So at some point I wanted to give up. But the day I was to give up, he gave me a call. I went there, met him. He told me, you know, young boy, you have what I've been looking for. I might not have interviewed you, but what I've been looking for is what exactly you have. And you have a job.
Wow.
Yes. My first senior job, from a waiter to assistant hotel manager. No, assistant lodge manager.
Yes.
Yes. There I was.
Wow, that's commendable.
Yes, there I was. It is, to me, it was a plus and also a minus, because I was not ready.
Yeah.
That's something I come to realize. And in fact, for many of us who in management, we'll agree. The best managers are those who have started down, upwards.
And climbed the ladder.
Yes, climb the ladder sequentially, not by jumping the
one stage.
No. Each step, that is, if you start with subordinate, you go to the supervision level, you go to middle management level, senior management level, you go now to becoming now a general manager. Yeah, you perfect, because every step prepares you to the next stage. That's what I've learned. So anyway, to bring you back to my experience there, the following day, a big challenge to me. The white man told me, you know what, tomorrow you are the one in charge. This is how things operate. These are the keys for the store. These are the staff. So me, I actually have been waiting for you to come. I want to go for 1 week holiday in Mombasa.
Hey, that was orientation.
Yeah. So I'm here, I'm new, I don't know where to start from. Well, I was young, so I had also that inferiority complex. You're looking at people that you are told you're going to manage. They, okay, by body, they are bigger than you.
Yeah.
And you know, by then, the thinking perception from us from college, it's like you want, when you are top there, everyone is running.
Yeah.
Which is quite different to that. Yeah, I later came to learn that that's not how things work. But I tried my best. The following day, good thing, he had perfected the system. Everything.
The systems were working.
They were working. Yeah, good thing they are working. You could not believe someone you saw doing paint work, maybe the cottages, someone doing housekeeping. When it came to lunchtime, everybody was in uniform, waiting uniform, and ready to serve.
Wow.
So I started learning the culture of the place. But after some time, it challenged me to an extent that I felt, well, I was not ready for this. And I humbled myself. I told the white man, you know what? I think I need to go back to recollect where I was so that I can refine my skills from down upwards. Because sometimes I found a lot of setbacks, and that was to do with command. That is people management skills. Issue to do with delegating of duties and what have you. So it was not working for me well. So I said, no, I'm still very young. Let me go back, start. So it is from there that now I went to Mombasa.
Okay.
I went to Mombasa. I started in Sun and Sand as a waiter. Yeah, Sun and Sand, by then, if you remember, 205 is when the hotel was at its peak.
Yes.
Yeah, its climax. They'd renovated the hotel. Everything was good. Customers were flowing. I tell you, my friend, whoever worked in that hotel, and I know some of them will, by luck, they listen to this interview. It was like a training camp.
Okay.
Yes. We got the best. Resilience, perfection, standards, you know, and teamwork. All those kind of stuff that I lacked, I found them there. We had very good management system. The manager was very good. He was a trainer as well.
Okay.
And systems were working. We are working. So I grew. There was a lot of activities. I learned a lot. Then at some point, because the nature of the Mombasa tourism, you know, by it like a circuit, that the tourism circuit in Mombasa is seasonal.
Yeah.
It's not permanent. So sometimes you could find yourself, you are off, you are in. So I got an opportunity. I said, well, can I try also Whitesands? I feel that they are also good giants in this industry. I went there. I didn't work for long, but I also liked it. That is the place I met the gurus who are now the chairman for, I don't know, Kenya, Mr. Hersi.
Yeah, Mr.
If you know him.
Hersi,
yes, I've worked under him.
Okay.
Yeah. One thing I learned, really, you got to be the right person. Yes, to be where you are.
Yeah.
He taught me something to do with consistency. Yeah, anyone who worked with Mohammed Hersi knew he was a no-nonsense man. Yes. Talk about core values.
Business.
Yes, talk about mission. He could just meet you along the corridors, and the guy is like, okay, tell me 2 values, yeah,
Of the
hotel. Then you are you just walk away, and it is done. If you don't know the core values of the hotel or the vision or the mission statement, then you are not part of the team. Yeah. So everything was so conceptualized down, yeah, that even when you are coming in, you know, every place I've realized has a culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they used to call it Sorovalization. So if you become Sorovalized, then you are part of the team.
Yeah.
And that was the culture. So after some time, it was these times of skirmishes. You remember 207, when now the industry, it was not stable. So we were trying, where can somebody settle? Then Sun and Sand called me again. I went there. I worked there for 2009, 2010, 2011. Because I remember 2011, there's the resident manager or food and beverage manager by then. In fact, he had seen the potential in me. When they're about to confirm me as a supervisor, now Sun and Sand wanted to change its concept. In fact, there was like more than 300 staff who were to be laid off due to now business was dead.
They are
down. But good thing, and this is what I like, and I would also challenge all those people who are growing. Understand that when you're given an opportunity, do your best. Don't think, or even don't worry about who is around. Just do what you're expected to do.
Do your best.
Do your best. Don't be like you are working for a supervisor. Don't be like you are working for a manager. Don't be like you're working for the boss. No. Just do your work. And I'm telling you, it is from there. I don't want to mention him by name, but he became so attached to me. Yeah, that manager. And he used to tell me, Jack, I know you don't belong to this level. Yeah, I know your position. So just hold on. I'll be getting your position. So I was like, wow, what is that I'm doing exemplary, you know? So when people are being laid off, he called me, told me, I told you, I have a food and a beverage job for you.
Wow.
Yeah. So in fact, there are not supervisors, food and beverage restaurant managers. They were like, wow, Jack is going to be a food and beverage manager. He's the only manager who used to believe in me. Yes, I'm making this guy a food and beverage manager, but there's somebody, because there are friends who used to reach out. I went for the interview. I met one, it's under Labanda Holiday Resort and the club. But by then, the club was more vibrant than the resort, because the resort was growing. Actually, I joined when he was building the resort. I was given the job. I was working alongside the most renowned DJs. You can imagine, there's a guy called now DJ Bunduki, who is international. He was the club DJ.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
We had another one is a radio presenter. He was now the entertainment manager. Then the club manager was a guru who is known for these big clubs, the Murder House, the one that was brought down, the Florida 2000 in Mombasa. Very polished guys. And then now I came in with a blend of hotels.
Yeah.
So F&B, I complimented everything. The owner he saw the change. I know there are things that even today, he keeps on even reminding me. Yeah, Jack, you did some impact on this. The players became vibrant. We were making money, good money. Yeah, because of secrecy. But I know we made input. Yeah, very big input for that company. I came up with all those ideas. There are things like you used to call them dinner dance concept.
Okay.
And this was my idea to lack teachers who used to come. You remember the World Waters used to host a lot of teachers when they come down there. So I told the owner, why don't we do this? Let's repackage and give a package to these teachers coming. We tell them they are going to be dancing for free. Only they book their dinner.
Yeah.
As they used to come there. The place was full. Yeah, good experience. It was more of club, hotel, a balance. Then I became like, okay, well, I need also something more challenging, because this more club-like, and also, can I have a shift? Then a friend of mine invited me. He told me there was an opening in Nairobi. And that's when I joined one of, I can't say it's rated, but it's one of the finest apartment hotels. It's in Whitesands. It's called Clarence House. Yeah, Clarence House are very fine, very fine. I joined there as I was doing management of the top floor. Now I joined now. I got in touch with other companies, Go Kenya. I did an event with Go Kenya. Yeah, a very nice event. Safaricom. Then the place peaked. Things were moving on. It was nice. I made myself a name. But at some point, you know, sometimes you know the law is you come in, you'll exit. So for some reasons, I had to exit. And in fact, it was not an exit. I was poached. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was poached. There was another businessman whom I used to visit his place just down there. And every time he used to admire how I do things. He also used to come and visit there. So he told me, Jack, you see, in fact, you used a very nice language. I wanted to make you even the part of the shareholder, even if I give you 1%, but come change things around. Because he had several restaurants. One at Gong Road. Then there was one there at Westlands and another one at Upper Hill. So he told me with the good brains and ideas that you have, there I was with him. And also when I joined him, I remember I'm the one who broke the record, selling almost 1 million in a day. And it was just a small restaurant. Yes. Yeah, I had an event with M-Kopa. M-Kopa just used to reside just across the. That was the biggest event I've ever had. Everybody was like, wow, is it going to happen? No, don't worry. Yeah. Where I come from, we used to do functions for more, even thousands. Yeah. So I became more of a Nairobian. So I was now doing well. That was more of restaurants. So my dream again to be in the hotel industry was still in my. I wanted to be somewhere where it is a bit more formalized. I got a job at the CBD as assistant hotel manager. Yeah. There's a hotel there in the CBD at the Rista Hotel. Until COVID. Yeah, that's where I was working. Yeah, until COVID. That is where I was working, and it made all what I am in Nairobi. Because from the experience, actually the part of my initiatives that made me even known more, I had a good network with these people from KCC. And we are able to even open a wing of banqueting for the hotel through my own initiative and relationships. And we did many. Yeah, I have good rapport with many ministries, ministry representatives that believe in me as a brand. You know, sometimes I think we also need to consider ourselves as brands. Yeah, what you do and what people associate you with makes a difference. Yeah, you know, there are people that will tell you, okay, if manager so and so is in a certain hotel, yeah, let's go there. We know this guy. And also
they just come because of you.
Because of you, and the vice versa. Yeah, others will make, no, that guy, we know him. No, not go there. But for me, it's not like that, because those guys believe. They used to tell me, Jack, no, don't worry, tutakupatia kazi. And they gave me a very good challenge. There are times I remember we used to do banquets for like 1,000. Yeah, and you know, that is a small hotel, competing with the gurus of Safari Park, Intercon. We used to meet with them there. They have their own with ministry, I don't know, the presidents. Me, I'm doing Minister of Education, Minister of Foreign Affairs. There's one I did that was so big, the nuclear energy. Yeah, it was international one. There was a blend of the Chinese and some other expatriates. And
it was successful.
It was. It was. So I'll count myself as a very dynamic. Yeah, my experience now has moved from the office manager to a dynamic executive who can really handle so many things in the hospitality industry. Well, from where I'm seated now, what I'm doing,
Okay.
because that is the most important thing.
Mm.
Now we have a company
Okay.
that is called Pathway Solution Services.
Okay.
I would just love to share one of my business cards.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you see, I'm the regional representative.
Okay.
And how this started, if you allow me.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. When I was working in that hotel in the CBD, a guest came, like another guest, and he was a stay guest. He stayed there for some time, but yeah, he was an African, British African. So because I was more of hands-on, and I had a lot, I'm very good in getting feedback. Yeah, because I believe if you are not where the customers are,
Yeah.
you'll never get it. Any manager in this industry
Should be where the customer
yes,
is.
make sure that you have very good feedback channels that even they are not, someone cannot compromise them. Yeah, in a manner that you'll get it from the source. Yeah, so that you can be able to understand, not just to reprimand people or maybe discipline staff,
Yeah.
but to understand what is it that you need to perfect so that your business can meet the needs of your customers. So there was this guest, I used to get a lot of complaints through my line supervisors. They'll come, no, there's this guest here, he's always complaining.
He's always
So he's complaining. So I asked them, but what is it? Just let me understand exactly what is it that he is complaining about. Then they tell me who will go to the buffet, food. You talk about antigens. You know, when you are cross, you see these kind of equipments, they can contaminate each other. And you know, those people who have exposure, especially in European countries, they understand those things deep, even from customer level. Yeah. So anyway, issues to do with maybe the rooms, you know, water was cold. So it reached a point that I said no. Now I need to handle this customer myself. And I'll tell you what, that is the point where most managers have realized they fail.
Yeah.
Because they leave it for other people to handle. They run away. They tell you, no, we're dealing now, you're mugeni. So
they want to be behind the
the scene. They don't want to tackle it head on. I realized when you do that, things will pile. Until you realize you have a big mountain of issues to overcome. You are done. So that's a discipline in hospitality that I taught myself. Wherever such issues, I like to go and talk to the customer myself. Yes. When I used to go for these hotelier refresher courses, thanks for the opportunities. And there's one course we did called TMI, Total Manager Involvement. And it also really taught me a lot. Being involved, total manager involvement. Don't let other people come to tell you and give you stories. Yes, you'll always have the organos and everything flowing. But make sure that anything that is coming down there, you're also involved. Yeah, you know what is happening. So this guy, when I took my time one day and we sat down for breakfast, we sat down together. I listened to him. I really listened to him. I didn't talk. He gave me like a 10-point bullet, you know, points. This. It was really, I can tell it was my bad day in office that day, because it was a huge mountain of issues to tackle. Some superseded my abilities. No, not even my abilities, my powers. Because there are issues to do with infrastructure that you can't change yourself. But I talked to him, and there's one thing I also want to share with you, empathy. Empathy. Never lack that word as a manager. Put yourself into that customer. and you'll work together. So I put myself in his shoes and I was like, okay, now, all said and done, this is where we are. I would really like to help.
Okay.
So can we start from somewhere? Will you kindly give me the opportunity to fix some of these issues? And he told me, no, it's okay. Yeah. All what I'm looking for is just the issues that I've highlighted. You guys work on them.
Work on them.
It's not about people coming here telling me sorry, you know, they tell me sorry, but they don't correct it.
Wow.
You see? So we agreed. And I gave him an ultimatum. I told him, now, for me, issues that we have discussed, issue 1, 2, 3, 4, give me this number of days. That one, don't blame anyone. And I'm ready. If I'm not able to handle that, well, then you can go ahead. Yeah, and
he was a customer.
He was a customer.
Yeah.
He was just a customer. So I engaged those people who were concerned. Issues, some other, they were very small issues. Issue is just that staff were just laxity. They are looking at it as a mountain of complaints when it isn't.
It isn't.
It's just about us just fixing one, two, three. And we started the journey together. In fact, he wrote a mail to the GM acknowledging that it had taken a while for him. Others were about how his food is being cooked. You know, like simple thing, how my steak to be done. Very basic. So some of them will find there's an issue when they are the issue themselves. It's not the customer.
It's not the customer.
Yeah. If you're not taking the details keenly, how do you expect it to perfect? So we handled the ones that I was able to handle, I did. And the guy told me, okay, that's what I was looking for. Yeah. Just my issues to be handled. So that is where the relationship for me to be a regional representative, that is where it started from.
Oh, that's why it is for this company.
For this company.
Wow.
Because this guest, his time expired.
Okay.
He had to leave Kenya and he went back. And he told me, you know what, Jack, I'm going to do an email to write back to you people. Try to give an experience about, and I don't want to go TripAdvisor and start painting because the issue concerns you. And again, I'm a Kenyan, so I don't want to spoil for the hotel. So I appreciate that. Yeah, he was very clear and open and sincere. So he went. We started doing. He left me his business card. We started doing mail. So one day he dropped a mail. He told me, what, Jack, when I was there, I was looking for someone to partner with me for an initiative.
Okay.
And this initiative is to do with a trainings and consulting company that I have already opened. It is active here in UK, but I don't have anybody even in Kenya to represent the company. And out of my experience, when I interacted with you back in Kenya, I found the person. It took me a day to believe that it was me. Because this is someone who is give you the role of a regional representative. Yeah. So I had to rethink and ask myself, what is it that these customers saw in me? And I realized you don't need to do very big things to make people understand who you are. No.
Small things matter.
Small things matter. And in hospitality, I'll tell you, even in operations, it is those small things that matter. Those people think of, forget about brick and mortar. Yes, you have the buildings painted white, blue, whatever, very appealing. But when it comes to services, how you engage yourself with customers, how you talk to these customers, how you empathy, how sensitive you to their problems, how you feedback them. Yeah, the facilities that those small things, So I realized you don't need to struggle. Yeah, you don't need to struggle. Well, you need to have the basics needed in this industry. You need to be experienced. You need good knowledge. But bottom line, be that person
who can empathize with the customer.
With the customers. Yeah, because if I I just took that person for granted, then I won't think that today I'll be a representative of
the company.
Of the company.
So what does the company do?
Yeah, what we do, these are, we have 3 products. Okay. Basically, if you've seen what is there, it's more of trainings and the consultancy. Trainings
for hospitality.
No, trainings, we have 3 products. One product, we call it the retail. That is training for SMEs, supermarkets, and those kind of. Then we have corporate. Corporate now for these organizations, you know what corporate means. Then we have hospitality. That's how we have differentiated them. Me, I'm more of hospitality. Since then I've done a lot of courses. Try to polish myself in terms of even building consulting firm, or a consulting business, train the trainer, global strategies in business. Then out of that, apart from training, we have now what we call the e-learner platform. The e-learner platform, what we're doing, we have a range of so many courses, cutting across hospitality, corporate, retail market. And guess what happened? Back again before the COVID came, this was the idea for us now to hit the ground full. But when COVID came, you know, it stabilized everything. The face-to-face trainings were no more. And yet, we're here, we had licenses, you know. So my CEO asked me, now, Jack, what do we do? We have licenses paid here, some are yearly. So we said, well, why don't we start by giving more to the society? Yeah, we ourselves, we are not going to benefit even when we sit on them. So he told me, well, I go look for people we train in our country. We enroll them in the e-learner platform. What basically we always ask is maybe your email, your names, and then we give you a range of some courses to choose. We done. In fact, I can tell you, we signed even contracts. Like there's one NGO we have signed for, I don't know how many months, training them for free through the Zoom virtual meetings. It's called Daughters Africa. Yeah, we have a contract on them for free. Yeah, and this, I know there are people outside there, and we've issued certificates. We issue certificates. So ideally, it's now for us to work together. It's a company that has a very good vision. Yeah, very good vision. It is a society. I'll call it a society. A societal approach company. Where it is not more of how much money we are getting. Yeah. Because I can tell you from that, there is hardly nothing we are getting. But we are empowering people. We are making people gain skills, gain knowledge. And I'm sure because things are going to change. We'll also be in business. Yeah.
Very soon.
Very soon. So I would also challenge people to reach us. I don't know, with your permission, I share our my WhatsApp number is 0.
We will paste it here.
Yeah, you'll paste it
in the
okay, so there is no need of yeah, that's maybe the WhatsApp number and the email
address.
How they can be able to reach us, because we want this to continue and reach out for many Kenyans as possible, and not even Kenyans.
Wow, that's a very interesting profile, Mr. Jack.
Yes.
And maybe in a very short way, how would you explain the tourism and hospitality industry, and probably what is ailing it, and the few solutions that you think could help us as a profession?
Yes. Out of my experience, one, I look at it in some angles. Whether the Ministry of Tourism is supporting the businesses. That is number one. Number two, whether the business owners who are in the hospitality industry, they are really supporting the employees. Because you see, we have 3 aspects here. We have the employer, we have employees, we have the customers. So I would say, okay, I'll appreciate what TFC they are doing, and those, we call it the stimulus, the package, but that does not reach every hotel. So if we could now make it even accessible,
Okay.
even to the small hotels, yeah, even somebody starting a restaurant
Okay.
can be able to get those loans.
Okay.
That will be good.
Okay.
Yeah, because hospitality in our country is one of the biggest income generating sectors. Yeah. Again, look at it in the manner that also employees, they are rewarded well. Yeah, reward your employees well. Pay them. Not, you don't have to pay them to the levels of the international market, but pay them at least. Yeah,
Pay them well.
pay them well.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I'll talk for managers because that is where I am. You know, managers are human beings as well. And once you open like a hotel, you expect everything to be driven by the manager. Yeah, the manager is everything. There's one slogan we used to use: employees are everything in the eyes of the customer. Managers are everything in the eyes of the people.
Yeah.
In the sense that if anyone is coming to the hotel wants anything to do with the premise, he does not ask about who is the owner.
No.
He doesn't ask about
Who is the manager?
no, he'll ask about who is the manager, isn't? If a supply is not paid, they'll ask, I want to see the manager. Yeah, a customer is upset. I want to see the manager. So we carry a lot of burden even at our homes. And I'm sorry to say this, in some cases, and in our Kenyan setup, and that's something that I've seen, we underpay them. Yeah, I'm sorry to say that. You underpay them when they carry a lot of burden for your business.
Yeah.
I'm telling you for sure, you pay your managers well, and you'll get the best out of them.
You'd get the best
Yes.
out of them.
You'll get the best out of them.
That is good, and it's
Yeah.
good even for you managers, for you owners and directors out there. It's good that you compensate your managers well, and that is coming straight from hoteliers. And Mr. Kinyili, before we come to your parting shot, I know you'd want to inspire that, that young person
Yes.
who is doing an ICM, a certificate right now in some college, and is hoping to probably get to, the level of a manager, a food and beverage manager, and to make his name.
Yes.
Maybe in 2 minutes you can just share inspiration. What exactly does he or she needs to do, to make a way for himself and to create himself space in this industry?
Okay. Wow. That is great, because actually I forgot to tell you that I do mentor.
Okay.
Actually upcoming students.
Okay.
I maybe in the future will give me an opportunity to talk. In fact, we have now what we call pre-employment coaching or pre-employment talks, career talks, and this kind of stuff. We need first, even us who are doing, who are teaching, or we are lecturing, or the teaching institutions. One thing I've realized, we don't prepare these people. Actually, most of them, they will finish college without an absolute idea what is expected of them. So, like, for example, I'll tell you, and this I found it a challenge. When you offer training, industrial training at the end of the course, or even when someone has done examination, how does it help?
It doesn't.
It doesn't help. So what they do the marathon training programs, which they are more or less theoretical. And what these guys they'll do a lot of cramming just to pass the exams and the cards. They come outside, you tell, okay, someone has a degree or something. There you go. Work. Zero. And I pity for them. And I pity for us.
Yeah,
because we're supposed to nurture these people in a manner that first, and I think that what you expected me to say, is let's engage them at their final stage before we let them go to the employment market. Let's have some sessions whereby we sit down with them. And even sometimes I remember when institutions were working well, we used to even have those pre-employment setups in the colleges. You have like an housekeeping department that is working, and a food and beverage department that's working within the training organization. And that would help them. have a feeling
of a work environment.
Okay. And even undergo the duties. You even have your managers, create managers
out of the class.
And make it rotational.
Okay.
See how it works. Because I tell you, hospitality is a lifestyle. It's not a job.
It's true. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It's not a job. Yeah. It's not something you want to sit in the office and deal with just books, computer. And no. It's a lifestyle.
Okay.
It's engaging, forth and back.
But definitely there's a future for you student.
Yeah, it is there.
Yeah,
it is there. And sorry to cut you short. There's something I wanted to mention.
Yeah.
When you are getting out or after you get that certificate, you are graduate. Don't come out with an expectation of being the best. No. Humble yourself. Try to engage with the people who are in the industry, and you'll always learn. You'll always perfect what you have. Even if you have a master's degree, engage yourself with those people. Ask them questions. Try to see what they do, and there you go. You will grow. But until you realize that, then if you just walk your own way, believe in just being a master of all, then you will find yourself isolated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you blend in the industry.
Yeah,
and you
blend
learn
in the
from
industry.
those people who have been.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Mr. Kinyili, for honoring this interview. I hope it has been an inspiration to you hoteliers out there. And if you want to engage with Mr. Kinyili, we will drop his contacts in the description of the video. And maybe a parting shot, Mr. Kinyili, to you, people who know you, you are people who have mentored you in the industry, people who have worked under as GMs. A parting shot in 1 minute.
Yeah, to my colleagues, first, let me start by thanking you, Mr. Kibe. This is a very good forum. I thank you. Many of us would not have even got the opportunity. Because such opportunities are offered by maybe we call the news makers or something. And enough in Kenya to become a news maker. And anyone has some story anyway, which can help in our industry. My colleagues, thank you. I know we have engaged in several levels, forums. My employers, thank you also for having given me the opportunity. This is the man who has worked for you and is still in the industry. Gaining knowledge. Knowledge will never end as far as you are alive and you want to learn. To my mentors, you are the best. I'm here because I listened to you. You mentored me. And no one is perfect. We keep on learning. So thank you very much. And hopefully we will engage at some other levels. Yes.
Well, thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe for such videos, and we continue to bring you such inspirational videos. If you want to be interviewed, kindly reach out to the email in our comment, or rather in our description, and you reach out. It is free of charge. The main aim is to inspire, to create a knowledge sharing platform, and to educate. Thank you very much.